Welcome back to City Insider. Join us to find out the latest news about Manchester City in the past 24 hours. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss daily news about the citizens. We'll start right now. Arsenal and Man City behind in the Wurtz race. Arsenal and Manchester City may struggle in the race to sign Bayer Leverkusen star Florian Wirtz, with the German international more likely to land at Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, according to Givmesport sources. Wirtz has quickly become one of the most exciting attacking midfielders in Europe, recovering from a terrible knee injury before bouncing back remarkably. His performances have attracted the interest of some of the biggest clubs around the globe, but Xabi Alonso's side will be desperate to keep hold of him. The Bundesliga champions managed to keep hold of Wirtz in the summer after an impressive season, helping Leverkusen lift the title. But the young midfielder will have a huge decision to make at the end of the campaign. Sources have confirmed to Givmesport that Arsenal and Manchester City could now struggle in the race to secure the signature of Wirtz. It's understood that the German international is more likely to land at Bayern Munich or Real Madrid than make a move to the Premier League in 2025. That's the views as it stands of insiders in Germany as Wirtz prepares to make a huge decision in his career. Man City make key change to keep Pep. As things stand, the 53-year-old's contract at the Etihad Stadium is set to expire in June, meaning this current season could be Guardiola's final one at the Manchester club unless he puts pen to paper on another extension. Just before the season started, Guardiola said that he'd love to extend his contract at City, but isn't likely to spend another 8 years at the Manchester club, now in the midst of his 9th season in charge of the Blues. A recent report has emerged containing some behind-the-scenes details on what sort of contract City could look to offer the 53-year-old in an effort to keep him at the Etihad beyond this campaign, off the back of a recent article from The Times claiming that the FA had sounded out Guardiola as a top target to be the next England manager. A report from TalkSport said this on the situation concerning the City boss. It said, the Spaniard was sounded out about the England job at the start of this season and has not ruled himself out of the running with his Man City contract expiring next summer. However, TalkSport understands City are relaxed about the FA's approach and are willing to hand Guardiola a rolling contract whereby he can extend his deal a year at a time. Since taking charge of the citizens back in 2016, the Catalan has gone on to overlook 483 matches across all competitions, winning 357, drawing 66 and losing 66. Man City strongly considering Ruben Amorim. Guardiola's contract is up at the end of the season and he has publicly refused to commit his future to the club where he has won 6 Premier League titles and 1 Champions League. Manchester City reportedly see Sporting CP's manager Ruben Amorim as a potential successor to Pep Guardiola if he leaves. They are strongly considering Amorim, who has won 2 Portuguese titles with Sporting, according to The Guardian. It might help City have in recent days agreed a deal for Hugo Viana, the Portuguese side sporting director, to replace director of football Txiki Begiristain, an exclusive story by Mail Sport. Viana brought Amorim to Sporting after paying £10 million to prize him from Braga, and that was seen as a catalyst for their spell of dominance. Amorim had been seen as the favourite to succeed Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, but that avenue fizzled out before they opted for Arne Slot. He also flew to London in April to hold talks about taking over from David Moyes at West Ham, but rejected the Hammers and apologised to Sporting fans for jetting off mid-title race, which they went on to win. Amorim is seen as one of the brightest young coaches in Europe for the way he has punctured the dominance of Porto and Benfica. Alongside 2 league titles, he has also won 2 cups and a Super Cup at Sporting, as well as leading them as far as the last 16 in the Champions League. Sporting will host City in the Champions League next month. It could yet be that Guardiola chooses to stay, though the loss of Begiristain, with whom he is very close after they got to know each other at Barcelona, is a blow. Man City to battle Liverpool for £12.5 million record breaker in new transfer race. Manchester City are being linked with a move for Red Star Belgrade talent Andrija Maksimovic. City signed 2 players during the summer transfer window, with Savinho and Ilkay Gundogan moving to the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's side were heavily linked with several potential other signings, and now a midfielder has been added to the rumour mill. According to Sky Germany reporter Patrick Berger, City have joined the race to sign Maksimovic in 2025. The 17-year-old midfielder is capable of performing across multiple positions in the middle of the park or on the right wing. and can also play at right back. The report claims that City will face competition from Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund and Juventus in the race to sign Maksimovic. It has been reported that the teenager has a minimum of a €15 million price tag and remains contracted at Red Star until 2027. Dortmund are suggested to be the club at the front of the queue to try and sign Maksimovic, but it seems that City still have an interest, if the report is to be believed. The 17-year-old has been tipped for a bright future and is regarded as one of the brightest talents in Serbia. Maksimovic recently made his international bow for Serbia as a substitute in Saturday's 2-0 win over Switzerland in the Nations League. In the process, at 17 years 4 months and 7 days, he became the youngest player to make their debut for Serbia in the country's history. So far this season, Maksimovic has scored 3 goals in 10 appearances for Red Star's first team. He also has 1 goal to his name in the UEFA Youth League for the club's under-19s, which came in a 2-1 defeat to Benfica last month. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support City Insider.